Social bookmarks help you with your search engine rankings. Even though there's an ongoing struggle between internet marketers, social bookmarking sites and the search engines, if you follow a reasonable strategy that is above board, then it's going to help you with your search engine rankings. And the strategies outlined within this program will help you to get yourself ranking better in the search engines. It's going to help you getting new sites indexed and spidered, which of course is a challenge we all face. None of us want to be left in the Google sandbox, so the social bookmarking help you get into the index within just a few days, which is very, very powerful indeed. But if you want maximum effect, you want at least 5 bookmarks, and the more the merrier. If you can get a lot more than 5, it's going to be a lot better for you. The more bookmarks you can get, the better it's going to be, basically, because social bookmarking sites and search engines give a lot more weight to sites that have more bookmarks, because obviously these are sites that are more popular and more of interest to people. And using the techniques we've discussed here, you can quite legally manipulate those bookmarks so that you appear to be much more popular than you really are, which is going to give you a lot of help and advice in your rankings, which is going to obviously bring you more traffic. Now remember, social bookmarking isn't going to work for sales letters. Social bookmarks are for information sites and information pages. It's for stuff that people will find interesting, articles basically. Sending people to a social bookmark, a sales letter, and you're going to get plastered for it basically. You're going to get flamed, it's going to get voted away, so it's not worth social bookmarking a sales letter. Your strategy should be to create information sites about the niche, social bookmark those, and then get those to point to your sales letter so that the link juice goes through from the satellite sites through to the main money site. But as I said, it works very well for blogs and for information sites, and it really, really does work well for those. It's very, very effective. We looked at OnlyWire, and OnlyWire is one way you can pretty much automate your social bookmarking. It's very, very good. Honestly, I'm quite impressed with it, and it's an easy tool to use. Yes, it takes a little bit of time to set up, but once it's set up, you can fire out new posts, very, very quickly to a number of social bookmarking sites. So it only takes a few moments. If you want to outsource it, then you can outsource it very cheaply through Mechanical Turk, which we discussed, or you can hire an outsourcer. There's many people you can hire who'll be happy to outsource and do this work for you. Very, very simple to do. It's really, really not difficult at all. So you could outsource it and hire somebody, and that obviously frees up your time because you're not then having to do this whole social bookmarking thing. Other people do it for you, which means you've got more time to either build the sites or do other things that you want to do. There are software tools available. We did look at a few of those. These software tools will either automate or semi-automate the whole social bookmarking process, so that can save you some time. It can make life a little bit easier for you. So, if you don't want to outsource it, or you can't afford to spend, however much it is per site, then you may want to look at getting a software tool and running the software tool yourself, and that way it's a one-off payment and you're not paying money on every single site. You also want to trade bookmarks with other people. Now, this could be your family, it could be your friends, it could be a group of internet marketers that you know and get on with, and you can bookmark each other's sites. That's a very, very good way to get a number of bookmarks very easily and very cheaply. So, if you're willing to do that, then that's a good way of getting your bookmarks and getting a number of them. You can also, of course, get your visitors to bookmark your site. Get some buttons on your site, encourage them to click on them and bookmark your site. If you do that, you're going to get, hopefully, an awful lot of bookmarks, which obviously is going to be very, very good for you. So, your visitors are a good source of social bookmarking, and one that I think a lot of people overlook. They get so caught up in having to get people to click on it by, using the techniques we discussed here, they forget that people who visit your site will social bookmark sites they find interesting. So, obviously have some buttons on your site and encourage them to do so. It will do you some good. Now, if you use Dig and Stumble Upon, they can be really, really good sources of traffic. If you've got an interesting article, something that's really going to grab people's attention, then you can get thousands of visitors a day from Dig or StumbleUpon. You really, really can. It's got to be something newsworthy and interesting, but it will work, and it's very, very effective. So use these sites. I never put Dig and StumbleUpon through OnlyWire because I'd like to submit them manually to those sites, because I think they need a little bit more care, because they are such a good source of traffic. They really, really are. I mean, I've put articles on there and I've had sort of 10,000 visitors from there, over 2 or 3 days. So it's very, very good, particularly if you put a StumbleUpon button or a Dig button right near the top of your post. You will get people digging it and stumbling upon it, which will help you get even more traffic. We did discuss briefly as well about how you can create your own social bookmarking site. Now, obviously, that could be something that's really, really useful for you to do, something you may want to take care of, because obviously if you've got your own social bookmarking site, you can control what links go on there. If you have a number of these spread across different servers, then of course you can point these all to your sites and give your sites a lot of link juice from them. So there's a few benefits from there. Or you could use them to build a list of people that you can then market to, people who register who want to submit their own social bookmarks to it. But social bookmarking should be a part of your traffic generation strategy. It really should. It's a very, very powerful technique for getting people through to your website, and it's a very powerful way of getting indexed and spidered by the search engines. So it really, really is something that you want to be using. It's very, very effective. You are going to be surprised, I think, about how effective social bookmarking can be when you use it. It can get search engines to your sites within, I've had the Google bot to my site within a few minutes using social bookmarks. It's very, very powerful. It really, really is. So, make sure you integrate this into your traffic generation strategy. Whether you do it yourself or you outsource it or you use software tools, it doesn't matter as long as you do it. And if you do it, you're going to benefit immensely from the power of social bookmarking. It's going to help boost your rankings, and ultimately it's going to help boost your earnings, which can only be a good thing.